The History of Islam in Africa, Part 2. Islam and the Byzantine Empire. Now, the Roman Empire was a European power from the region of modern-day Italy and was established as far back as 27 BC. By 300 AD, the Roman Empire had been successful in conquering territory within Europe, around the Mediterranean Sea, and also northern Africa, taking some territory from the African Berbers who populated much of northern Africa. The Berbers were an African ethnic group which have inhabited North Africa since 10,000 BC and are indigenous to the North African region, sometimes called the Maghreb. The Maghreb includes the countries of modern-day Eastern Mauritania, Western Sahara, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, northern Mali, and northern Niger. The Byzantine Empire was successful in establishing multiple positions across the region and controlling a number of African cities. The Byzantine Empire was first established in around 330 AD and was a continuation of the Roman Empire after the decline and eventual collapse of the western side of the Roman Empire, also known as the Western Roman Empire. The Byzantine Empire is also known as the Eastern Roman Empire or Byzantium. By 614 AD, Prophet Muhammad had been successful in uniting many peoples from different cultures under the one religion of Islam in Arabia and beyond. Early engagement between the Muslims and the Byzantine Empire occurred when the Muslims were informed that the Byzantines intended to invade Arabia. The Muslims sent an army north to Tabuk in the region of present-day northwestern Saudi Arabia, but the Byzantine Empire army retreated. Another military engagement between the two forces took place in the region of modern-day Jordan. This was known as the Battle of Mu'tah. Following the death of Muhammad in 632 AD, the Muslims decided to take an offensive approach and again engaged in direct military conflict with the Europeans attacking their positions. By this time, the Byzantine Empire had also controlled the region of Egypt in North Africa for a number of years. The Muslims first attacked the Byzantine positions in the modern-day region of Syria in 636 AD, and this was known as the Battle of Yarmouk. In 639 AD, the Muslims attacked the Byzantine positions in northeast Africa in Egypt. The Muslims then laid siege to the Egyptian city of Alexandria in March 641 AD. The Muslim forces utterly devastated the Europeans and successfully conquered the city. In the aftermath, the Treaty of Alexandria was agreed upon by both parties and included a number of stipulations, including that the Roman forces were to cease all acts of hostility and the Muslims were to desist from all seizure of churches and not to interfere in any way with the Christians, and that there would be a payment of a fixed tribute by all who came under the treaty. The loss of this lucrative province deprived the Byzantines of their valuable wheat supply, thereby causing food shortages throughout the Byzantine Empire and weakening its armies in following decades. After this victory, the Byzantines were effectively removed from power in Egypt. The Muslims moved to attack the Byzantine positions in the city of Barca in Cyrenaica, which was located by the eastern coastal region of Libya in North Africa, and they were triumphant in this endeavor. In 647 AD, an army of 40,000 Muslims, led by a military commander named Abdullah ibn Sa'ad, penetrated into North Africa, specifically western Libya, and attacked the Byzantine stronghold city of Tripoli. Next, they attacked the Europeans in the city of Sufetula, which was located 150 miles south of the African city of Carthage. In both military expeditions, the Muslims were again successful. In 698 AD, the Muslim commander named Hassan ibn al-Numan and a force of 40,000 Muslims attacked Byzantine positions in the city of Carthage, and this was known as the Battle of Carthage. When taking Carthage, the Muslims combined a land assault with an attack from the sea. And so, ultimately, the Muslims were successful in defeating the Europeans, and as a consequence, the religion of Islam was slowly introduced into northern Africa. The spread of Islam in North Africa. Once the Europeans had been defeated, Muslim leaders such as Abu al-Muhajir Dinar began a process of integration by taking African Berber elites into the Muslim elite aristocracy and mixing. This blending and intermarrying would have the effect of spreading the religion rapidly amongst the native African population in North Africa and then into northwestern Africa. The adoption of Muslim customs, habits, and fashion was extremely rapid and blended with native African traditions. Use of the Arabic language also spread across northern and northwestern Africa. The Muslim Africans located at the north and northwest of the continent were also known as the Moors. This term was used by Europeans to describe Africans of Mali and Niger, Berber Africans, and also some Arab immigrants who were a unified group together under the religion of Islam at the time in northern and northwestern Africa. The Christian Arab traveler and physician Ibn Butlan provides the following description of the Berber women. The Berber women are from between the west and the south. Their color is mostly black, though some pale ones can be found among them. If you can find one whose mother is of Kutama, whose father is of Sanhaja, and whose origin is Masmuda, then you will find her naturally inclined to obedience and loyalty in all matters, active in service, suited both to motherhood and to pleasure, for they are the most solicitous in caring for their children. In 711 AD, an African Berber named Tariq ibn Ziyad, who was the governor of the northwestern African state of Mauritania, led an army of 7,000 African soldiers and 300 Arabs into the European country of Spain. He attacked the region of Gibraltar in Spain and launched a full-scale invasion. Once Tariq ibn Ziyad had conquered the area, the Moors constructed a fortress within Spain itself. Spain was named by the Muslims as Al-Andalus. This would mark the beginning of a military campaign that would result in Spain being ruled by African Muslims, also known as the Moors, and Arab Muslims for a period of approximately 781 years.